Moo! Hello.
Well, hello. Um, Hold on a moment. I think I don't have a camera attached. Be right back. Okay, that's
There,
better.
there you are.
Mm, Puppies are odd, and you just don't seem normal in a hat.
Okay. Not that hat. Wrong hat. I'm just
Yeah,
playing around. I'm just
not a
playing
cowboy
around.
hat.
Yeah. Well, the baseball cap was huge. It was. It's like their little avatar creator is kind of weird. So what is going on, Mr. Steve?
Just been doing a lot of 3D printing. And I apologize. I meant to get back with you.
It's all right. I I saw that you're rebuilding your site, so
Yeah,
you've got a lot of stuff going on. Oh, my internet connection is unstable. I wonder why. But um yeah, I really didn't I mean, I don't know if it's a good idea to point people that direction or not, but
oh, absolutely.
I thought it was better to say yes than oh no, here you go. Good luck. But I didn't know that. I should have guessed, but I didn't know that Dayton had a Linux group.
Honestly, neither did I.
Yeah, they seem their website seems like it's might be more Red Hat kind of stuff, enterprise kind of stuff, but who knows?
Um, you do have a spelling
Of course I do.
mistake in there. In the second one, I've never attended a meeting. You have, I've never attended a meeting.
Yeah, I noticed it after I printed it, and I went, uh, I actually thought that I hit spell check to fix that, and then I printed it, and I went, oh, crap.
Yeah, probably the reason I've never been there is because they seem to always have their meetings on Thursdays.
Ah, I what their DMA or whatever that is, the micro association.
Hmm.
I donated a bunch of stuff to them when we first moved. I tried to give it to you guys, and you guys didn't want it, and I didn't know what to do with it. So I just took it up there and said, "Here, here's stuff." they've got a pretty nice clubhouse. They're like a little maker space, but you've got to join them, and I never really liked the idea of giving money out when I can have stuff here at my house. I could just buy all the equipment I want and or go over to Ray and use his laser machine. But I really didn't know that they had a Linux group. That they have been around for a long time now.
Yeah, I'm looking at their list of SIGs: genealogy, classic computers, networking, investments, Dayton dynamic languages,
Okay.
single board computer SIG.
Hmm.
Dave Schwab and George Ewing. I've met George Ewing. They meet at the Dara Clubhouse in Bellefontaine.
Oh, okay.
That's tied to the Dayton Amateur Radio Association.
Yeah. I've been to the Dara Clubhouse a couple of times. So I might know who those people are.
They have an Apple SIG, not currently holding meetings because there hasn't been any Apple hardware for a while. And the Dayton Diode SIG, DaytonDiode.org.
Dayton Diode is, I think that's who I donated a bunch of that stuff to.
SIG leader is J.J. Kroll. Ooh, they use Meetup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Meetup. I clicked on something and it said, "Congratulations, you're the new owner of this thing." And I went, no, I'm not. That is not what I wanted to do." And then it wanted a credit card because, of course, they want you to pay so they could advertise your meetings and whatever. And all I wanted to do was click on it to see when a meeting was, and I was like, I'm not doing this. And it took about a month. I never paid, but it took about a month for them to remove me from the fact that I was the owner or creator or whatever, however they worded it. And I'm like, I had nothing to do with this. All I did was click on a thing.
How did they get your information?
Well, I used to have a Meetup user thing because when Jim had the meeting, that's how he advertised, was on Meetup. Jim liked Meetup, so and it wasn't the club that I tried that I clicked on. It was a different group. It was something completely different. And I'm like, no, I'm not giving you a credit card.
Quit asking.
Quit asking. It looks like Dayton Diode is getting rid of Meetup, though.
Yeah.
Meetup just, they seem like they've gotten very, very greedy. Like, cost a fortune to advertise there.
So one of the SIGs, the Dayton Dynamic Languages, run by Catherine Devlin. I've met her quite a few times. She tends to be at OLF every year. I didn't realize she was local. And they meet down by Spaghetti Warehouse in the Arcade Innovation. Huh.
Yeah, I think the D-Lug, I think it said that it met at Wright State, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting too. They've got I really don't know how their organization works. They've got all these SIGs and they all seem to be independent yet connected somehow.
They probably started out all part of DMA, and they said, well, I can't show up at these meetings, but I'd like to talk about XYZ, and we can do that here.
Yeah, maybe. I think DMA, weren't they a bulletin board back in the day?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I know they've been around forever.
Hmm. You do have some stuff coming up soon. June 5th. When is that? A Tuesday. I can do that. Maybe somebody will be able to speak that one sentence that makes Python make sense. Because I'm sure there is one. With everything else I've ever dealt with, it's struggle, 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 epiphany, and then, oh, it all makes sense now.
It all makes sense.
And I have yet to get that with Python.
Yeah, I don't like Python.
I don't, but I want to. Everybody says it's such a wonderful thing. Surely they can't all be wrong.
Yes, I mean, Vicente has switched to it and uses it. I've bought some Python books and read through them, and a couple of the microcontrollers I've got exclusively use Python, and I've struggled with it. I'm like you. I've never hit that aha moment where it's just, oh, this makes sense. Like, I don't know. I guess I have gotten so used to how C works, or C++, or whatever, that it's just, you want to do something, here's how you do it. Oh, yeah, you need the, whatever, Oh, you're missing a bracket. I could see that. There's only 3 black brackets. You need another bracket.
Yeah, that's a thing I truly appreciate about Vim, bracket highlighting.
Yep.
If I go all the way to the bottom one, does it close somewhere above?
Yep.
If I go to the one above that, does it close above there?
Yeah, that's Platform.io has good bracket highlighting,
Hmm.
and you can see it, and it'll even kind of tell you, hey, I think you missed a bracket somewhere. It won't tell you where you missed it at, but it'll like, yeah, you probably missed one. There's not enough pairs. But like, I guess Python has gotten better about spaces and or tabs or whatever. I mean, it used to be you had to have tabs at a certain spot or whatever to make it. I guess it's gotten better about that, but still doesn't make it still doesn't make me happy. So I don't know.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right here. Maybe, probably.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all right. It's not like anything's really going on. I was looking at filament here. So I keep getting these offers, and I'm sitting there going, that's expensive. Anycubic keeps wanting me to buy $40 filament, and I'm like, why should I buy $40 filament when $15 filament works just fine? I just got another email from him. That's why I'm saying that. $40.
I got to buy some more filament too. So, yeah.
It's the the middle kid, she had me print a bunch of stuff for one of the grandkids' birthdays. Well, all the grandkids' birthdays, really. Um, I had her buy the filament, and she had me do like a bunch. She probably bought me like 15 boxes of filament,
Hmm.
and I still have. Oh, how much is sitting up there? That's brand new. 5, 6, 10. There's at least 10 rolls of brand new filament sitting there, and part of that filament is Ray. When Ray wanted that laptop, I just traded him 5 rolls of filament for the laptop. So I've got 5 brand new rolls of filament from Ray, and 5 brand new rolls of filament from Amanda. Plus, there's 4, 8, 12. There's 12 partial rolls, and another. I'd say 2, 4, 6, 8. I'd say there's another 10 rolls of. It's either new or mixed. I've got filament. I'm not going to run out of filament anytime soon. I even told Amanda she wanted yellow. I said I've got yellow. So okay, she bought me another roll of yellow. So at the garage sale this weekend, I am going to be printing yellow benchies because I have yellow. Make people see that the printer works.
You be good, or I'll sell you at a yard sale.
$5. Yeah. Um. Did you want that cricket?
What do you want for it?
Uh, for you? I don't know, $20. Is that too much?
No? One more?
Do I? Well, I know they're going for quite a bit more on eBay, but I figured if I sold it to you for a good price, if I ever needed to use it again, I knew where it was at.
That's true.
It's yours if you want it. I'll bring it. I'll
I'm
bring it to the
planning on
next.
coming up there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll put it aside. I'll just say that it's been sold. But
I mean, it's got motors. It's got to be cool.
I've got it's the standalone model, which is nice because you don't need any software for it. And I've got 3 font cartridges with it, and a half roll of vinyl, and something else. There's something else with it. And I printed some pen holders that replace the cutter part. So you could use it like it's a plotter, which is really cool. You just stick a pen in it, and
Cool.
it basically still thinks that it's cutting, so you could adjust the pressure and everything of the pen and make it darker whatever. The only thing that I don't have for it anymore is the stupid backing board. I don't know what happened to the backing board.
Pretty sure they sell those at.
Yeah, they're easy to get your hands on one, but I don't know what happened to it. It should be in here somewhere. Um, but at least the way I used to do it. Well, I don't think the vinyl needs the backing board, but you needed the backing board for the plotter to make the plotter work right. Because the paper's just too thin for it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been sitting in the closet for like 3 years. I haven't even thought about looking at it. So, but it's the good one because it doesn't need the software. But
That's cool.
it also it of course it's not supported anymore because it's the good one.
I'm seeing a 6-pack, 12-inch by 12 by 12, 6 of them for $16 at Michael's. Does that sound right?
Send me a link.
Um, Stop that.
I hear a lot of sirens.
Oh, I don't know why that showed up in black on gray for me, but
Yeah. I thought they sold these as in single packs, but
oh, they might. I wasn't looking.
what size is this? Does it
12
say
by 12.
12 by 12? Yeah, that should fit. I
And
just
apparently they're
had
sticky.
Yeah, they're a little they've got a little stick to them. And I had a problem. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe as I was cutting the vinyl or cutting the paper, the paper actually stuck to it, and I got rid of them. Um, just a thin piece of cardboard would work, though, because that's all it really is with some sticky on it.
Okay.
Um, and well, it's got like a little gloss coat on it, but it's basically a thin piece of cardboard with like a little sticky and like a little gloss coat on it. Um, and I don't think I needed those for the vinyl part. I think I only needed it for. But this one picture shows it being used with the vinyl, so I don't know. But yes, those should work. Those should. Yep. It's probably cheaper to buy the 6-pack. A single mat is $8. You might want to think about maybe another X-Acto knife for it too.
Okay.
It's been sitting for a while, and it seemed to me like it was starting to go dull. But those are also standard. I mean, yeah, Michael's got those for $27, and I bet you could find them even cheaper than that. I bet you could even just make an X-Acto knife work.
They've got the German carbide premium blade for $850.
Yeah.
And the deep cut blade and housing is $20. But you can replace just the blade in that, it looks like. And standard replacement blades are $650.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's at my sister's house already. I would take it apart and see. But yeah, it's just I think when I looked them up, they're just a standard blade. Cricut didn't use anything specific for Cricut. I think you can just order a generic blade and make it work.
They've got a engraving tip, a cutting tip, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Foil transfer.
And shortly after I printed some pen holders for mine, the oldest kid bought a new Cricut, and it came with pen holders, and I'm like, oh, of course it does, because it's a plotter. Of course it would. But of course, Cricut didn't want to support the older one, so foil transfer kit. I wonder if that will work. Yeah, here's just that it says it's a premium blade for $20. I bet with the pin thing that I printed, I bet you could get an X-Acto knife in there and use an X-Acto knife.
It has to be able to swivel, though. It actually cuts further than you send it, doesn't it? Or is it? So I can't tell if this thing is gear driven or if it just drags the blade along and it swivels.
It might drag the blade and swivel. But it's got a pressure sensor. One of the settings when you go to print, you can tell it how much pressure to apply to the thing that you're printing or cutting.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it took a little while to figure out just what pressure I needed for using it like a plotter instead of, and I don't remember what that was. It because of course the pen doesn't work exactly the same way as the cutting does. But I
Kind of
always
curious
I
because
always
I'm looking
saw
at
it.
this, and what the drawing in the corner shows is a little knife edge doohickey.
Yeah,
What the thing in the package looks like is an engraving tip.
yeah.
It doesn't look like a knife. Is there some sort of housing that covers it that gets pushed out of the way?
Hi, Vicente.
Salute.
Hi, hello.
This right here is the thing that actually holds the blade. Um, and this looks like it's got a cover
Oh,
on it.
okay.
So
So I was seeing the bottom of it.
you're seeing the bottom of it.
Well, the top, but yeah.
Yeah, you're seeing it from the opposite end. So
Okay.
so in this picture, the white part would be sticking out, but the
Yep.
white part wouldn't be there. The white part would be gone. You'd have to take that off to stick it inside of that thing.
And it would be blood colored.
Right. um, and I don't think that swivels. I think that just cuts. It is a very small blade, though. It's a very small tip. So while my impression that an X-Acto knife would work, you probably would have to play around with it a lot to get it to work correctly. So X-Acto knives are a little bit thicker, I believe.
Yeah.
But I think you could get it to work if you, because there's, I mean,
I'm cheap, but I'm not that cheap.
it's been a while, but there were a ton of different settings on that thing to tell it, how deep and how whatever, what kind of material you were using. It had like, you know, presets for vinyl and presets for paper and some of the other, preset
Hmm.
kind of stuff. I used it more as a plotter than I did as a cutter. Um, so none of the presets really worked for me because I was trying to do something that it really wasn't designed to do, even though it was more than capable of doing that. um,
What's the name of the plotter, the machine?
it's just a Cricut.
Okay.
Um,
It use general parts, or you need to use the Cricut brand for the knives, for the
You pretty much have to use the Cricut brand.
because in Amazon you can buy 15 cutting knives for $12 or so. I don't know if
well, uh-oh. Should be able to share. Should be able to.
this is the Amazon.
Yeah, see, those look like the same. That looks exactly like what's in mine.
They in different color is different degree, the cutting degree. You see?
Yep.
Cool.
But I don't know if you can use it with the
Yeah. See this?
Yeah.
That housing, that silver housing. That is exactly what is in mine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the users can tell what's the name of the plotter.
It's a cricket.
Cricket. Let me look for cricket word.
It's a cricket
Cricket.
expression two. I think
Cricket.
expressive
No.
two.
Cricket. Knives.
Yeah.
Now, CRICUT, cricut,
Cricket.
Okay. It's a U.
and no K.
Okay.
No K. Just a C. CRICUT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cricket? No. Cricket. No.
The second one at the top. Ah,
He found the mats. Yeah. I remember looking at the blade, the housing for the blade and everything a long
You
time
can
ago.
buy 20 for $6.
Yeah. I remember looking at that and going, "Oh, that's just a generic blade. There's nothing special about it." Or very little special about it.
Okay.
This is well,
I think that Michael's sell everything for the cricket, right?
yep.
yep.
Oh, I think Walmart does. I think a bunch of places
Yeah.
sell.
How much is the printer, the plotter?
I'm selling it to him cheap.
You are selling it?
Yep. At the garage sale.
I arrived late.
you are running late.
Yeah.
The garage sale's getting rid of it. This is the one. That's not the one. This is the one that I'm. Well, maybe that is the one. Is it? But you can't really tell. So that's just a. It's the same. Those holders are just generic holders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there a larger machine? I mean, larger than A4 paper?
I think
Yes. It'll do 12 by 12.
12 by 12.
Okay. Mm.
12 by 24, according to my Google search.
I use my laser, my dial laser to cut cardboard, and it's pretty good. But the problem is when the color is too light. It's hard to cut with laser. or is it shiny, forget it.
Well, I made a like a little pen holder for mine, and I was using it more as a plotter than a cutter.
Yeah.
So I was trying to make signs and stuff, and that never really it it was neat. It was neat to play with, but I never really got much further than that with it. I wanted to make bumper stickers and all kinds of stuff, and I just never did. It just never happened. I see on eBay that the font cartridges are have gotten really cheap. So you could upgrade with uh, different fonts, because that one's a standalone unit, so you could put two font cartridges in it and the built-in fonts that are already in it, and mix and match and do all kinds of cool stuff with it. I think.
Even available in different colors, green and silver and teal.
Yeah.
So if I've got an SVG file, do I load that on a USB drive or something to feed to it?
I don't I don't know. It um it's a standalone device. There is a computer interface, a USB A to B, so like one of the old printer style connectors.
Okay.
But the software is proprietary stuff that they have never ever said how it works or what it's doing. And
You have you have to buy their papers and their stuff, right?
you don't have to, but
No?
they want you to.
Okay.
Um, the
Hmm.
the software does not, apparently the new software does not support this Cricut model
Yeah,
at all.
as of July of 2018. Huh.
Um, which leaves me going, oh, great. Now, I think in the box that I've got, I think there is a CD that has the original software, but of course it's Windows only because,
Yeah, I can get around that.
well, yeah, but I don't think I ever used the software. I think I always just did everything on the screen on the device itself because you could. And now AT&T wants to sell me a new Motorola. I'm so happy that all these people want to sell me stuff. I can't even tell you what the 3 font cartridges that I've got are, but there's built-in fonts. There's generic built-in fonts. So you end up with customized font cartridges, and then sans serif, I think, or something like that. Just something that was semi-generic and free. It's a neat printer, or neat cutter. At one point, I had one of these that was even more
Ain't that
limited.
fancy?
Yeah, that's the original model, and it was way more limited to what you could do with it. It's also, I think it was a smaller paper size. But these knobs here, that's how you set the force of it. It wasn't done through software and all that. It was done hardware, and then you had the keypad, which they got rid of the keypad on the newer model, but you got a touch screen, so I guess you don't need the keypad. But you really couldn't tell what you were doing because it was just on that 16 character display. So it was an interesting device, but it kind of was like, is it going to print, or is it going to cut the way I think it is?
There are a lot in eBay for $25, $35.
Yeah, until you add the shipping.
Yeah, shipping.
Yeah,
it's more expensive the shipping than the machine itself.
Yep. Yeah, I found them on eBay for like 45 to 55, but then you add the shipping in, and you're closer to like $75.
Yeah.
Steve's getting a good deal.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe Steve
Yeah.
doesn't want this thing.
Well, I really, really wanted to
Oh,
be able to use it for doing circuit stuff, not cricket stuff.
right.
And
It may not work for that.
yeah,
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I really wanted to use it as a plotter. And yeah, it looks like just like May 15th of 2018, they said, sorry guys, it's no longer a thing.
yeah. Yeah, they just abandoned it. It's just, but it is standalone. You technically don't need the software.
I think they designed the first model in a way that you cannot use a standard paper. The size is narrow, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They did it on purpose to avoid to sell you the paper.
Well, the first model was an interesting device, but the second model is so much better. And the thing that the oldest kid has, she's got one of the newer models, and it's still proprietary, but it is like 1,000 times better than. The biggest problem with the software is it's all online now. You have to like have a membership to them to even use your printer or your cutter now.
Oh my God.
They don't have
Close.
standalone software or anything anymore. It's all. So when they decide that they want to make something new, they could just turn off your thing, so you can't use it anymore. Which makes the standalone model nice because it's not connected to the internet. It's not connected to a computer. You could still just use it.
Maybe there is a hack over there that people use G code to use it. Let me check.
I haven't found it.
There's a thing called Licut, Licut. But I'm not finding out what it works with.
Yeah. 3 or 4 years ago when I got this thing, there was a couple of different Linux packages that supported various cutters, vinyl cutters, but Cricut wasn't one of them.
Well, this one works with the Cricut Cake, whatever that one is.
Okay.
And it's a binary tarball, and I can't do that. I'm adventurous, but damn.
Oh, the Cricut Cake machine. Interesting. That looks like. Interesting. You're not a tarball kind of guy, huh?
Not binaries.
That looks like one of the original, but it's printing stuff to put on cakes. Icing? Fondant?
That's kind of gross.
Now,
Okay.
now that is interesting though, because that definitely looks like one of the. I'm old. Leave me alone. I'm old enough. There. Now I'm 1,000 years old. That definitely looks like one of the old original things.
So there's a thing on GitHub called Free Expression. Initial commit was 12 years ago. Last commit was 6 years ago. Open source firmware replacement for Cricut Expression and Cake stencil cutter machines.
Okay.
Reprogramming the CPU will permanently erase your original firmware. There's no way to get the original firmware back other than buying another machine.
And
And
is that because the one I've got is the Expression 2, not the original Expression.
yeah, I'm reading.
My guess is because the Expression 2 works quite a bit different. It's probably not as simple as just replacing the firmware.
Or for my laser engraver, there is a draft knife cutter attachment for it, so you can use G code or any software you want to cut. It's good to know. There is a head that changed the laser for the the knife.
For the knife, yeah.
Yeah, this looks like something that is just not going to do what I want.
I'm sorry. That's all right. I'll put it out on the table, and if you change your mind, who knows? Maybe somebody will give me. So I'm going to ask 45 for it, because I think that's probably a fair enough price for it, based on what I saw on eBay. Yeah, that's interesting. That cake thing. That's just wild. Who knew they would have done that? So I found a video of the cake thing, and they've modified it slightly. They've deepened the well a bit so that fondant and whatever can get under it. But the guy says it is basically an expression. It's basically an original expression that was designed to cut food, not designed to cut paper. So somebody must have thought that was a good idea.
Can you imagine that thing 6 months after you've used it? When it's got little globs of sugar embedded in it and
Well,
hungry little critters.
he says that it's more or less sealed, and it's got some stuff in it that's for cleaning or whatever. But yeah, I don't think I would trust that particular machine very well. Yeah, I put the link to the video, and that was 16 years ago.
Mm.
So, yeah. Yeah, and you could see, you can kind of see where they've rubberized it a little bit more in the video, probably to try to keep it clean. Well, I know my internet's unstable. I don't know why you think that, but thanks. Yep, it looks really unstable to me. Maybe not as fast as some other people's in this group, but pretty good. For a 5G connection, not bad.
Hmm.
I supposed to be setting up tomorrow for the garage sale, and I have still not gotten all my stuff priced yet. It's just uh poor little spider. I just had to kill a spider. Poor little guy. Somebody say something.
I finished my design of the inside 8048. I need to correct the PCB to add all the features I added. This is the the computer.
Okay.
Very
And
cool.
this is all the modifications.
Ooh,
You know, that looks like early computers, though.
yeah.
You're falling right in line with how early computers were put
But
together.
I initially I simplify all the original design and went well, but there are some things that doesn't work as intended. The original design can use a FRAM, a ferromagnetic memory,
Yeah.
like this one. The ferromagnetic memory is this one. Okay,
Okay.
I made a little carrier board to solder the chip, and the ferromagnetic memory works reading a location, and each time it read the location is erased. So it need to rewrite again the value. So the original design doesn't change the chip enable of the memory, and the FRAM memories use the chip enable to make the loop, the rewrite. So each time I run a program, I erase the program. So I modify the design to use the FRAM memories so I can turn on and off my board, and the program is still in the memory, in the RAM. Okay. The FRAM memory has a limit lifetime, but if you use in this board, if you use it 24 hours daily, it will run for 12 years. Okay, so it's okay for this application.
Right.
You won't be running for 12 years, and in 12 years you have the average medium life of the chip, so can work for maybe 20 or more. But in any case, you can use it as a standard RAM without worries. For example, now I have a program on it. I will turn it on. Let me, you see?
Yeah.
There. Let me put more light. Not too bright. Okay. So let me connect. Power on.
Yep.
So I put in memory in the RAM, in the FRAM, a program to test the relays and the timer of the microcontroller. You see, you can see the current
Yeah. There he is.
is 100 milliamps. So no worries about using USB port. I am using a USB A connector, and at the end there is a barrel. It's a special cable with a barrel at the end. See,
Mm.
and the other side is connected to the computer. The other cable. This board you can buy 4 by 9 bucks from Amazon. It's really cheap. The relays. I decided not to put the relays in my board like the original one, so you can choose what to do with your IO you have a interface for cassette. All the analog part is not in the board. You need to plug another board to use it, and that's it.
Where did
I am
you?
not.
Oh,
Yes,
where do you find the keycaps?
I made it.
Oh,
Then I made using a graphic program. The keycaps are transparent. They 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 you close them with a click,
mm-hmm.
and the the fonts and everything is in paper. I copy the fonts, the original fonts and everything to make it looks like the real one. But the real keys was made using membrane or something. They are pretty bad. This is MX switches,
Yeah.
low profile. They are very good, of course. But instead of using resistors to limit the current in the display, I have a special power supply. This chip is working with 3 volts and feeding directly the segments without resistors. And because it's CMOS, it acts like a resistor. It's linear output.
Right.
So the current drops the voltage and until reach the LED voltage. And they are very uniform and clean.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
So I'll be traveling next week, but then I will order the new board. I already have the new board finished. Last night, I think I add a power LED to know when it's powered. So it is. Sometimes you run a program and there is nothing in the display. And if nothing is on, you never know if it's powered or not. So I will add a LED in this area. And this is my vintage project. It's working.
I like it.
Yeah. Very cool.
You're doing a lot more projects than I am.
This is the first try.
But does it have hot swap sockets?
What?
Does it have hot swap sockets for the keyboard?
No, this is other. No, it's okay. I rather want to recover my keycaps than the keys itself because there is a lot of work to try to make every label.
Yeah.
So this is the low profile Gateron switches,
Hmm.
and you can buy 35 for $12, I think. So each time I need 24. So if I buy it several times, I will have an additional set of 24.
I think you can get a tube of about 110 of them for $50.
Yeah, the Gateron, the
Yeah, that's a
Gateron.
common quantity of them.
Yeah. You have a special price or is 21?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm only seeing the set of 35. Sorry, never mind.
I am using one that is the banana K33 or
Yeah, those are nice
KS.
switches.
Yeah. The problem is that in low profile, every brand has different footprint. They don't do the same. It's impossible to. I try to make a dual footprint to use two different switches, but it's hard to because they put the pins in a way that it's hard to make a universal socket or footprint for them. They have different the plastic fender that goes through the PCB is different diameter also or different shape. They made it difficult to do a multi-switch footprint, but it's okay. It's not big deal. I don't think that I will make many of those anyway. Maybe I'll put the board open source in GitHub. I think about it. But-
Well,
or I can sell the PCBs in Tindi.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to be busy selling stuff.
Yeah, that's yeah. I got busy selling stuff a long time ago, and I didn't have any fun at it. After a while, it just wasn't fun.
You can make an agreement with a Chinese manufacturer, also the PCB way, and you put your board in their sharing page,
Mm-hmm.
and they give you points for each board that is manufactured or something. But mainly to use the points to make your another boards later. I don't think they give you money or something like that.
Don't know if these are pin compatible or not. If they are, that'd save you a chunk of money. And the Keychron bananas are pretty comfortable also. A little bit heavier than their browns.
There is a project called Free Knife on GitHub from 5 years ago. I doubt that it supports. It says, looks like it's probably for newer crickets. It also says that it's wonky, that it apparently it doesn't quite work right.
May damage your machine.
I think they have to say that.
Don't touch.
Don't mess with me. The only way that I'm seeing to do this is to replace the board. Put your own Arduino in there or something. Which at that point, I mean, that's just as much work as anything else.
Yeah.
For something that might be wonky, it yeah, here's a circuit. Well, yeah, based on the app Mega 2560. So somebody else came to the conclusion that it's just replace what's already there.
What's the link for that one?
It's just the software. Yeah, I don't see a.
Oh, for the free knife?
No. There's Free Knife and then there's Arduino circuit, but I don't see a picture of how they hooked it up. All I see is the software. Now it looks like if you click on the software, it does tell how they hooked it up, but it's not. If you're going to replace the firmware, it looked to me like you got to open the machine up. If you're going to replace the board, you got to open the machine up.
It's kind of impressive that the only include is for servo.
Well, it should be a fairly simple device. I mean, yeah, this actually looks like it might. It doesn't say. But there's a section that says update dials. So that almost sounds like it's for the older. You've got, yeah, style. So this must be for the older machine. I don't think this is going. I don't think this is what you want, Steve.
Nope. Which is sad.
It's just sad. Yeah, 12 years ago. Yeah. It is what it is. It'll go to it. It was slated to go to the garage sale. It will go to the garage sale. Hopefully somebody will buy it, because I really don't want to take this stuff to an auctioneer. I have a feeling I'm going to end up taking a bunch of this stuff to an auctioneer. Get rid of my stuff.
You will keep the other robot from Mark?
Yes, I'm keeping that. That was the other robot is the much simpler version. Didn't have all the cameras and all that stuff. You got the one that we played around with and worked on together. I'm keeping the smaller version, the prototype. The prototype.
I put it inside a plastic bag in the garage. Maybe in the future I will try to buy or redo something, but I don't like the motor driving stuff.
Yeah, I know. Well,
it's a pain.
It was amazing that it worked at all. I mean, honestly.
Yeah. A lot of work.
I was quite happy that it moved. But it should have been better. It should have been able to go a lot slower than I could get it to go.
But we need a more expensive controller. But now the controller used to cost more than $100.
Yeah.
Now it costs half, $50 or something. I have a couple. Each controller can drive 2 wheels, so I will try to use it. But I need to finish with my vintage stuff.
You got too many projects.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of projects. The little prototype, I had a little joystick, and I could drive it around with a joystick, and I could
remember, yeah.
I could slow it down or speed it up, but only to a certain point. It never was quite right.
It wasn't smooth. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't smooth. And when it stopped, it stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was
the stop can be solved, but the problem is the start. You need to give a lot of power, and you never start smooth. You just jump.
Yeah, well, even with the joystick, just kind of nudging it just a little bit, it never quite was right. It was just amazing that it worked at all. It's just and changing the wires around and whatever didn't help. That driver that's on them, it wasn't the right driver for those motors. But you know, you got the one
A lot of
that
pain.
yeah, you got the one that we worked on together more than the other one. The other one I think I worked on mostly myself, and the one you got was the one that we worked on together with the markers, the Aruco markers all over the place, and fine tuning that to get it to work and following us around. I've got videos of all that stuff
Yeah.
somewhere. I mean, if we had, you know, millions of dollars to spend on a project like that, we could have done something great, but we had
Yeah.
almost no money to spend on that project. Um, I think I think the software. I think I put the software on GitHub. Maybe not. Maybe I should. No, I don't see it. Um, maybe I should. Maybe I should put the software, what there is of it. But
You sent me a lot of code. I remember I have a folder with all your mails and
oh yeah,
but
you probably have
yeah,
the
but we
last
were
of it.
stuck in the driver of the motors. And that was a pain too.
Well,
Last time we tried to make turns and reach the same point, but was hard.
the yeah, I remember we tried to do that. It actually it actually did a circle better than I thought it would, but we never
Yeah,
could get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
We never could get it to stop at the same spot.
We were at the library in Middletown, you
Yep,
remember,
yep,
with the carpet room.
yep. Yeah, and it never really wanted to go to the same spot. Um, the only way we ever got to go to the same spot was when it was checking for those Aruco markers. Then it would get pretty close to the same spot each time.
Finally, the camera was identifying the Ruko marker, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now you have the Husky lens. Do they identify a Ruko or something like that? Some kind of.
It's not Aruco. It's something else. But yeah, yeah. It should all be in that code that I
Yeah.
sent you. Um, the biggest problem that I had with it was the markers had to be pretty big.
Yeah.
So sticking those up all over the place, I mean, you would definitely know that they were there. Um, so I never thought that that was real practical. And then each surface had to be adjusted. Like we play around with it on carpet at my house
Yeah.
was a lot different than the flat carpet there at the
Yeah.
library
Or concrete
or
or
concrete. Yeah,
asphalt, whatever. Yeah, always different. Yeah.
it
I
was all
remember.
different. And I mean, I didn't want you know, if this became a product or whatever, I didn't want to be stuck going around fine tuning all these robots to make them work in a specific location. It was
Yeah,
like
that's no
that's
sense.
that's not what I want to do. But that was really the biggest problem I had with it. It wasn't so much. I mean, I knew that the it wasn't real smooth unless it was moving. You know, it wasn't a smooth stop and it wasn't a smooth start, and it really couldn't go very slow. But that wasn't the biggest problem I had with it. The biggest problem was just how finicky it was about the markers, about the lighting, about all of it. It just it had to be the way it wanted it to be. So I never thought that it was going to be like a huge. I thought it would be a huge pain to actually get it to work the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of happy that it worked. It works. I need to get my old Hero Junior robot back out and start working on that again. I haven't worked on that in a long time. Need to get upgraded all the stuff. He's got a Raspberry Pi in him now.
Mhm.
He's got more computing power than he ever had back in the 80s or
At least we need to change battery, drivers,
yeah.
controller, everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and now I mean that robot was using an original ESP32. Now there's far better controllers that would probably handle, you know, the camera
Yeah.
and everything better.
Yeah. And there are motors with encoders, with better encoders also.
Yeah. I mean, it's a neat piece to keep as a historical whatever, but
Hmm.
it's
It's very heavy.
it's very heavy. It's all battery. Get that battery out of there, and it won't be so heavy.
It has battery. I didn't check.
Yeah, the batteries are
Which which
still
which, which battery? The blue one?
they're lead acid
Ah,
batteries,
okay.
and they're just heavy. And I don't know why Mark went with lead acid when
Cheaper,
lithium
maybe.
ion was so available. Yeah, maybe, but you leave those sit for too long, and you can't get them to take a charge though, and that was my fault. I didn't charge them. They sat for too long, and I didn't charge them. So I can't get them to take a charge, and I never took it apart to get the batteries out because it just looked like a pain. Which was another problem I had with it, was it was not designed even for a technician to fix.
Yeah.
I mean, let alone a consumer, but a technician would have to disassemble the whole damn thing to even replace the battery.
Yeah, it was hard to reach anything in the robot. Everything
Mm-mm.
was.
Yeah, none of it was, you know. Now, that was only the second prototype, so things could have gotten better, but I mean the first one, the one that I kept, it was smaller. It's a much smaller robot,
Yeah.
just as heavy. It's actually heavier. It's using different batteries. It's got bigger batteries in it than
Which one was your granddaughter ride on?
the one that I kept.
Okay, was easy to put in
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah. The one that you've got, I don't know what happened to it, but he had a round, like a tabletop that was supposed to go sit on the top of it, so you could put stuff on it and it would haul it around. I don't know what happened to that round tabletop, but you could see where the mounts for it were. He had mounts for it and everything, and I think, the second prototype went from a little short squatty thing to something that stood up taller and was a little wider, but it wasn't quite as heavy. It used different batteries. It had different batteries in it. So I don't know. We are in person next week. So it's
Next week
almost
is what date is next week? 4?
4. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be traveling.
Yeah.
4.
Well, it's all right. You'll be missed. We'll just miss you.
I'll be in Seattle.
Where are you going?
Seattle.
Oh,
Seattle.
yeah. Oh, you'll have fun out there, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see.
Other than that, it's almost 7. So anybody got anything else? We haven't seen Art at all. Art's been incognito this whole time. That's what happens when you join the meeting at 2:30 in the morning. You fall asleep waiting.
Bye, Art. Whatever. Bye.
Good night.
Steve,
Well,
bye.
we'll see everybody later.
Yep.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.